Sometimes when people talk about DAOs as decentralized autonomous organizations, they call it organization as a service. And I think that that becomes very attractive to technologists because it has that feeling of like, oh, good data input. Now I know the problem and I can solve for it. But I think it doesn't solve a very big democracy problem, which is people become good citizens when they engage in building these kinds of things. And if you reduce them to just mere data outputs, then what are we doing to build the democracy?
The place most people, or at least most adults, are most likely to spend most of their time and practice democracy is at the workplace. So we actually do build a healthier democracy if we apply the principles of democracy in the workplace. And if individual workers both have institutions and have agency, and are designing the workplace that gets the work done and is best for them. And so, my invitation would be to use the resilience economy to pilot some of what Matt was talking about and much of what you're talking about, Sarah. Here is a situation where the stakes are high because a city needs its schools rebuilt in 6 weeks, or it loses half its tax base because parents won't stay, right? They need to put their kids somewhere else. Well, here's this legion of workers who has arrived. And those workers' vulnerabilities are currently, whether by design or default, part of the business model of the companies that are staffing the recovery, right? If technology and other interventions were to come in through worker institutions and open up these workplaces so that they were more democratic, workers had agency, workers were able to be whistleblowers, workers were able to effectively monitor conditions, and most of all, actually make useful suggestions coming from their expertise about how the work gets done better. Most workers who do roofing after a hurricane tell me they do it with their heart in their throat because they know that they're being pressured to do it so badly and given such few tools that the next rain is going to topple the house they just rebuilt. It's heartbreaking for the workers, and they know that.
Yeah.
So I think that these are ways that if technology were to help expand workplace democracy, workplaces would be better, workers would be better off, but those same people who are citizens would build a better nation.